What's going on, guys and girls? It's your boy Don here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Our very first gameplay analysis of our FUT Academy, the academy that is run by yourself, Don TV. And it's going to be the game of this weekend where we did actually clutch Elite 3 for the second weekend in a row. This was my first game of the weekend league. Now I'm going to say this now, it's not my best performance, but I'm just going to show you what you need to do in games like this when you're not playing very well. And it's a game where, as the title says, how I made a comeback, how to make comebacks in weekend league, especially when you're riddled with so many mistakes that you're making and your opponent is just completely outplaying you. Not completely outplaying you, but your tactics are not working. I'm just going to give you the usual analysis. I'm going to show you some key areas, and I'm going to slow things down so you guys can see, so we can have a bit of a discussion. I want you guys to work with me as well, and you guys think as well what you would have done in those situations, or what to do in certain situations in the game. So guys, if you are hyped for these videos and you want to see more gameplay analysis, don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe, and also put the bell on so you know exactly when these videos do go live, and come check me out on Twitch. The link to my Twitch is down below in the description. So let's get on to our first point here. Now, the first mistake that I made here is the fact that I didn't see the areas around me. One thing you got to be very aware of, right, is that when you have a player making a reverse pass on their weaker foot, the pass is not as strong. Okay, so bear that in mind. If you're going to play fast, you've got to think fast, all right, and know what's around you. I tried to make a reverse pass with Team Mane to Gerrard, but Seedorf was actually cutting off the pass. What I should have done, I had two options. I can either try and beat Mbabu for pace. It is Team of the Year Team of the Year Mane, after all. Try and beat him for pace, left stick dribble, or go back and recycle the play. Now, there's, like I said, I had two options, but I decided to go with the option of trying to make the pass, which I thought was the best thing. Six minutes in, and already I've made a mistake, and this actual mistake is actually going to cost me a goal, and that's the last thing you want to do, especially in your first game or in any game in FUT Champions, is to concede an early goal. Try and your best to make yourself in the first in football in general, for the first 20 minutes, try and make yourself very hard to beat. All right, so here again, another mistake. I made really a lot of defensive errors in the first half. When someone is playing very fast football, especially in the middle, you can see already, if you could let me know in the comment section down below what formation is this person playing, because he's making very fast passes. But what I should have done is grab my centre-back, which is Maldini, and run with Aguero. It's a very basic defensive tactic that you can do, is that when someone is trying to make runs in behind, grab his centre back and run with him and cut out the pass. So I'm 1-0 down very early, but thankfully I come back with a nice early goal here. Now, in these moments here, I'm just going to highlight Neymar for you, because in these moments here, it allows you to try and figure out how your opponent is defending. Now, in this game, it's all a case of who defends the best. Now, I've got a lot of space behind me, so I've got time now to actually try and recycle the play and think how he's defending. Now, I'm going to slow it down in a minute. I want you to watch how he's defending. He is closing down the angle, but he's not pressing. He's not pressing as yet. He's very hesitant, and he is calculating his press, or how he's going to press the ball, but he's not quick to press at the same time. I get very lucky here with Gerrard, who's playing his last weekend league for me. I get very lucky here with Gerrard. He rides a challenge, makes a pass to Neymar, plays it into Messi. Messi back onto his left foot, and then rifles it into the back of the net. Now it's 1-1, okay? In these games such as this, try and keep the ball after you've just scored, all right? Especially if he has to kick off, get the ball back, keep the ball, settle yourself down. Unfortunately, I make more mistakes, all right? Now, what would you do in this situation here? Right now, he has two players up front. I've got Gerrard. I've always said to you guys, don't dive in, and that's exactly what I did. I dived in, guys. I dived in really early because I'm flustered. I know I'm playing better than this guy, but yeah, I'm trying to win the ball back really early, and I'm being impatient. This is what the problem is. I'm being very impatient. My defensive line is on 3, I think it is, 3 depth, but they're on the halfway line. Again, I know that he's playing very fast football, plays in behind. Again, I'm not running with the attacker. All right, it's so important. I've got no problem showing you my mistakes, because I want you guys to see the mistakes so that you don't have to make them. So I don't run with him. I get it completely wrong with Maldini. Aguero comes in, and Aguero actually scores a hat-trick in this game. All right, Aguero, every shot Aguero took, well, not every shot, but he was very, very one of the most clinical strikers in the game. So we move on to coming to the ending, almost the ending of the first half. He makes, again, I get on the wrong side of Messi. Messi holds off Essien, makes a pass in behind. I dived in again. Try and stay on your feet. In football, in all areas of football, stay on your feet. The longer you're staying on your feet, the less likely your opponent's going to pass you, and the more likely you can score. All right, so for me, I'm just defending very, very badly. I took a pause. I could have kept Messi on, all right, because he did score a goal for me, but I took a strategic pause, one, to give myself just a couple of seconds to try and get my composure again, because I'm now 3-1 down against an opponent who's playing in the 4-1-2-1-2. And he's just playing. He's just pretty much beating my defensive line. So here's the 45th minute. Now I'm gonna share something with you about the 45th minute. If you're leading in the 45th minute, 1-0, 2-0, all right, and you're coming up to the 45th minute, make sure you have the last attack. Make sure you are the last person to hold the ball before the ref blows the whistle for half time. There is a thing which most people think is not, just like they thought the kickoff's not a thing, is that there is a bit of a boost for the attacking team when it comes to the 45th minute. Make sure you are the last person to have the ball. And I'm going to show you exactly. This guy was completely outplayed, man. I struggled to break him down, but all of a sudden, I was able to rifle off a nice little shot with Vardy on his weaker foot in the back of the net. 3 minutes extra time. And I'm shaking my head because I know it's the 45th and I got a bit of a boost, and now it's 3-2. All right. So again, 45th, I'm shaking my head, but at the same time, I'm not happy with myself. And I'm going to show you what I did at half time. Now, this is what separates the silver players from the gold players. And maybe so much the goal players from the elite players, all right? This is what you need to do as an elite player. If things are not working well for you, you've got to make changes. I brought my defensive depth up because I want to try and win the ball early in his half. And I've turned on pressure on possession, pressure on heavy touch. So if my opponent decides to be very passive, so if he wins the ball in his defense and he turns and faces his own goal, my players will press the ball. Okay, so here I'm gonna slow things down so you guys can see as I'm talking to you. I'm just trying to move the ball around and try and make nice passes. Again, it's the same thing I did with last time in the other goal. Trying to move the ball, trying to find a gap, trying to be patient. I go back with Neymar just to try and create another angle or space. He makes an interception, but makes a very, very early pass. His player moves back, get the ball with Neymar, make a very, very quick pass because you have to punish him for the mistakes that he made. Here I do a nice little bit of dribbling. Vardy, team of season Vardy is very, very agile, by the way. So if you got him, try and dribble with him inside the box. I'm going to show you in real time how this went, because it went quite fast. But try, if your opponent does make a mistake, you've got to punish him. You have to punish your opponent if they make a mistake in their own half. Play a ball in, nice little bit of dribbling. He dives in. See, that's how, again, he dives in. I dived in with my tackles. He dives in with his tackles. Again, we both get punished for that. So it just goes to show that diving in with your tackles is not very good. But I'm going to show you how to win the ball back. Another clip, I'm going to show you how to win the ball back when you just don't dive in and just stand your ground, okay? So here again, I'm making a nice, trying to win the ball. Here is where I learn from my mistakes as a defender. Here, I stepped in with Maldini, and I win the ball back. I didn't keep going forwards, but I went with Aguero because I know that's how he wants to play. It's not the greatest of defensive clearances, but again, as you guys can see, I tried to win the ball, Maldini. I messed up, but I ran back with Aguero because I knew that's how he likes to play. So again, that's what separates silvers from golds from elites, is the fact that your ability to learn from your mistakes in game and learn from them very, very quickly, and learn how your opponent's attacking and how to defend when your opponent is attacking very, very well. So here I'm just going to show you. I got quite fortunate here. I would say Van der Sar is arguably up for man of the weekend for me, because he made some absolutely fantastic saves on my road to Elite 3 again. Fantastic saves. All right, so shout out to anyone who's got Van der Sar. You know he'll save you a few times. A lot of people say Ter Stegen or Neuer, but I say Van der Sar. So here again, take another pause and freshen things up. All right, I used to bronze bench and have like 3 players on my bench, right? But for me, I just have players on my bench for different scenarios of the game. I've got a left back, I've got Damar, I've got Salah, just for different scenarios in the game, just to make sure I've got the players to come on when I need a goal, or want to preserve a goal, or want to hold a game, or things like that. All right, so make sure you have players on your bench for different scenarios. Yes, have players you want on your bench that you want to bring on and you want to use because you want to have fun, but also have different players on the bench for different scenarios of the game as well. All right, so we're coming to the 89th minute. This game does go into extra time. Now, these moments here, again, I'm trying to make sure the 90th is coming now. It's just like the 45th. I want to have the last kick of the game, all right? I really do want to have the last kick. I don't want to force anything. I want to take my time. A passes for days, or in this case, I'm going to make crossfield pass. But I just want to have the last kick of the game. Now, here we're in extra time, and I'm just trying to move the ball around. A passes, A passes. Now, I'm thinking, I'm not making quick A passes. I'm left stick dribbling and just making A passes, trying to find the gap. Take your time. Ball roll. Try and take your time. Here I get quite fortunate. Unfortunately, you can't see the goal on this occasion because I do appreciate my boy Kingy dropping a sub on the Twitch channel. The link to my Twitch is down below in the description. But the most important thing is not the goal, but the most important thing is the build up to the goal. Okay, it's 3-3, extra time. Your opponent is very, very upset, especially if he had a 2-goal lead. He wants that win back, especially if someone's playing in the 4-1-2-1-2. That kind of lets you into what your opponent likes to do. Win the ball back fast and play very, very fast. So it's your turn. You can either play fast if you know you can play faster than him or her. But I would say try and slow the gameplay down, especially if you're playing in a wide formation. Just slow things down a little bit. I made a nice lofted A pass to SEN. Jamie Vardy gets the ball onto his right foot and he rockets it into the back of the net. Jamie Vardy came in clutch in that game as well for me. So here I'm now winning 4-3. And again, I will say this. A passes for days. You've got to try and A passes, because what's going to happen is, and I don't know, this is just a theory. When your opponent locks in team press, so for some reason messes up your team. So try and do A passes. Now I've got two options here. I can either play a lofted pass over to Mane. Again, this is what separates the golds from the silvers from golds to elites, or make another lofted pass to Vardy. Trust me when I tell you, right, you will concede or you put yourself in a very dangerous situation if you start making lofted passes in these areas. It's very, very risky. High risk, high rewards, high punishments all at the same time. But I decided to make a pass with a nice A pass, keep the ball. He's diving around everywhere because he's frustrated, obviously. And I'm using the wings. In these situations, boys and girls, use the wings. The wings is your best friend, especially if you're winning. Use the wings. And I did that right up until the end of the game. Here I get quite lucky again. It was a very, very cagey game. This is my first game of the weekend league. It's very, very cagey. It takes me a while to get into the FUT Champs mode. Very, very cagey game. And I managed to see out the game and I win 4-3 in my first weekend league. And it was pretty much, it wasn't like this in every game. I did clutch out elite. I went 23 and 3, I think. And with 4 games to go, I was very, very tired, guys. So I didn't complete all my games, but got elite 3. And I've probably about a handful of games. This one was the most difficult game because my first one didn't play very, very well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do want to see more gameplay analysis, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a like if you want to see more games if you want to see more analysis like this. I'll be more than happy to share it with you, and I will be analyzing a few of my viewers in the community as well, man. So until then, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you at the next upload. Peace.